What's up, guys? Jake the Shot here, and I'm bringing you a 41-4 on Black Ops. Overall, it's a pretty good gameplay. My friend actually went 51-4, and one of our teammates went like 37 and something. So basically, we just kind of took a dump on these guys. I think it could have been a better game, but I kind of got chop blocked at the end by my friend's chopper gunner, or maybe it was an attack helicopter or something. Because you gotta get that, 100 XP or whatever. Yeah, can't live without it, but. Whatever, that's Call of Duty. And I'm playing Black Ops because Modern Warfare 3 is basically unplayable these days. I mean, it's not that, I realize that it's not such a bad game, per se. It's more about, the people in the game, and obviously that's a really obvious statement. But it's more about, nobody wants to be original. Nobody tries to use anything else besides, the ACR, the PP90, the MP7, that kind of stuff. I think the game would be a lot more fun if more people try to do something a little bit different. They made something different of the game. I try and use weird guns just so I can see what I can do and stuff. But nobody else seems to think that way, and then I just kind of get destroyed by the standard setup. But that's just why I'm playing Black Ops. It's a little bit better. It's definitely a better game, but it gets a little boring because there's not as much stuff in the game. But yeah. So anyway, what I want to talk about, well, first I want to apologize because I haven't uploaded very much in the past week. This is the first time I've uploaded in a week, actually. But I mean, it seems like I'm just so busy nowadays. Like Monday I had a soccer game, and then Tuesday I had track, then I had track again, and then I had orchestra rehearsal, and I had all this stuff. And I really didn't have time for YouTube. I don't really make YouTube a priority just because I don't make money off it, and I don't ever really plan to. Which is just sort of my way of expressing myself and talking about things that I enjoy to a larger group of people. But yeah, this sort of brings up my real topic for this video, which is life. And this isn't going to be one of those ranty videos about, oh, you gotta live your life and then, not take anything for granted ever. And I mean, although that's true, I'm not really going to force that upon you to listen to because I don't really want to listen to it either. But yeah, one thing that really got me thinking about this, and I know this isn't really going to make sense at first, but I think it will after I explain myself. Besides being really busy, we had to watch this play in English. It's called Our Town, and it was alright, but it was just sort of about the deep philosophical meaning about life and stuff like that. And I think that life, well, obviously it's really short. I mean, if you haven't figured that out, then I don't really know what you've been doing. No, actually tell me what you've been doing, because I want my life to go by slower, because I don't really want... Basically what I've been thinking about, though, is that so much of our lives is spent doing things that we don't really enjoy, like school and work and stuff like that. And obviously you have to go to school so you can get a job, so you can basically survive. But I just think that that it's just about I mean, I feel like every day it's just a routine thing every single day. Like you get up, you get dressed, you take a shower or whatever, and then you go to school or work, and then you come home, you do your homework or whatever work you have to do, you eat dinner, and you might have a half an hour to an hour of time to do yourself. And I feel like so much of that time is just, I just feel like it's wasted, honestly. I don't want to end up 80 years old and thinking, wow, my life just flew by and I really could have done more to make it better or make it happier. And I know most of this isn't really controllable. I know I can't not go to school. I mean, I guess I could, but I definitely want to go to college, and I definitely want a good job when I'm older. But that's what's sort of frustrating also, is that it's just uncontrollable. Think about it like this. If you're in school, you know that most of the time you're really just wishing the week was over. And I mean, unless you have something really cool going on at your school, you really just, Monday rolls around and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish it was Friday, or I wish it was the weekend. And then it ends up being the weekend, and that just goes by. It's only 2 days. And then the next week you're wishing it was over. And it seems like so much of your life is just spent, not only doing things you don't like, but wishing that it wasn't, that it was over. And I know that sounds pretty harsh, oh, you're wishing your life was over, but it really, I mean, how much of your life do you actually enjoy and spend thinking about, hey, this is really good, I'm having a great time doing this or whatever, versus, oh, I really want to get done with this. Like most classes in school, okay, so for example, schools, you don't really have time to take things that you want. Like, so you have your 4 core classes, your English, your social studies, your math, and your what else am I missing? And science. And I know you can like do a little bit of variation with that, but really you have to take 4 core classes. Then you have 2 electives or 3, depending on how many hours in a day you have. But I'm an orchestra, so I have to do that, and then I take a language, so I can basically. I don't think you need it to graduate actually, but I know you need it to go to a good college, at least 2 years. But when you think about it like that, so you have all this stuff, you don't really have time to take things you want. Like, I want to take graphic arts or like journalism or something, but I don't really have time to do that. And then so after you take all your AP classes and stuff, then you go to college, then you get a degree, then you get a job, and then you end up living that routine life basically until you retire or die. I mean, it's just going to be one or the other. And like that's just sort of a depressing thought to me. Like, I'm gonna spend my life doing things routine every day, and I mean that's why it's important to find things you like doing, but most of it is things that you really have to do, and it's not things that you want to. And that's just sort of that's just sort of what I've been thinking about. That's sort of what I mean by when I'm talking about life. And like, so what I'm trying to think about is just not like conforming to life. Well, that doesn't really make sense, but that's sort of one way of putting it. And try and make something out of every day. I mean, obviously you can't take note of every single day and every single thing that happened, or else you'd honestly be crazy. But I mean, I'm gonna try and make my days more meaningful by at least like just like thinking about things that happen that are fun. Like most classes aren't really all that fun, but I mean, I have like one teacher for my world history class, and he's really funny. And that class is just really fun because for most of it, I mean, you don't really spend your time really doing a lot of world history stuff. Like, we watch videos about certain things, and he makes it interesting, and it just makes it funny. And I think I need to look forward to things like that more and try and get more out of some classes like that. And I'm also going to try and like surround myself with people and things, like new things that make me happy. Like, that's one reason why I basically quit Call of Duty, because it's not fun at all. I mean, let's be honest here. How many of you can actually say you have fun playing Call of Duty? That's probably not a very big amount, unless you're like amazing at the game. But even if you went like 100-0 every game, I think it would get boring eventually, just beasting. I mean, if you were that good, it'd just be like playing combat dummies. But so that's one reason why I don't really play Call of Duty that much, just because, you know, try and do things that make you happy. And those are just some things that I was thinking about. You can go ahead and do that if you want. I'm not gonna tell you, oh, you should definitely go out and do this, because it'll make your life better. I mean, I'm still only 15. I still have a ton of life to live, but it's just been something that's been on my mind a lot, and I'm glad I can share it with YouTube, because I think YouTube's a really good thing for that, and that people can share whatever they want, you know, about anything. Like I do a lot of videos about like sports and stuff. I haven't really done anything recently, but I mean, it's great for being able to just sit here and talk to a larger group of people about something bigger than just, you know, whatever. I mean, you can make a video about anything you want. You can make a video of fuse if you want to, but it's just sort of cool that you can do that. This video's wrapping up. If you did enjoy the video, or if you took something away from this, leave it a rating. If you didn't like it, tell me why in the comments. That'll definitely help me out. And subscribe for more videos. I'll try and be more consistent. And yeah, so this gameplay is basically over. Like I said, I didn't get to call in my chopper until the end, but you know, that's just what happens. And yep, that's it for this one. It's been Jank the Shot, and I will see you guys later. Peace.